left-hand side and a dipped a wheel.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me. I got you. Dipped a wheel. I got you. I got no more excuses. I got no more excuses for Perez. I got none for him. That's all we got. This is the first lap, and I don't want to hear anything about rain. I don't want to hear anything about nothing. About nothing. It's a wrap. Perez, it's a wrap, bro. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep coming out here like this. You can't keep coming out here doing these type of things in pre-practice of all places. I mean, it's the best place to do it, but it's not where you want to do it. You don't need to do it at all, bro. You don't need to be doing none of this at all. What are you doing? You literally, they just came out with the new update. You wrecked the car. Okay, like I said, if you're doing all this so you can show people Red Bull's playing cool, but right now, let me tell you something, man. Let me show you what you're doing. Let me show you what you're doing, Perez. Just in case you don't know, I want to show you something. And maybe if you have a heart, you'll think about it. This is what you're doing, Perez. This little guy's heart is broke. His heart is broke. Why is his heart broke? Because Perez is out here wrecking up cars. That's why the little guy's heart's broke. Because Perez is out here wrecking up cars and he don't know what to do about it. He came to see Perez race, and next thing he know, the RB19 getting towed the hell up because Perez putting it in the damn wall. That's what you out here doing to kids right now, Perez. Kids that are aspiring to be Formula One drivers. Right, let me tell you a little something. I'm going to tell you a little something about me. I once, upon a time, wanted to be a fighter pilot. I wanted to be a fighter pilot when I was young. One of my most favorite iconic movies, okay? One of my most favorite iconic movies that is still an iconic movie today that they recently did the relaunch on, Top Gun, was my favorite movie. I used to watch that before going to school. Didn't matter. Mom had to put Top Gun on. I watch it, right? Let me tell you what happened. I saw Top Gun, and the moment I saw Goose killed by a safety device that was supposed to save him, I was through. I said, you know what? That fighter pilot shit might not be for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't get out of the jet safely in an unsafe situation and the shit that was supposed to save me kills me, do I really got a good shot? I was like, you know, I got to rethink this. Maybe I don't want to be a fighter pilot. Maybe I want to be something else. Perez, this little guy probably want to be a Formula One driver. And what he saw you doing today and the rest of this season, you just ruined his dream. He probably going to go home and say, you know what? There are probably some other things that I can do besides crashing the walls, be like further back from my teammate, be under heavy scrutiny of my Formula One team. There's probably something better I could do with my life. Perez, that's what you're doing. Yuki, hey, we're going to talk about that. Yuki out here smoking that good. We're going to talk about that, but Perez, that's what I'm saying. All right, you can't keep doing this, dog. You can't keep doing this. I'm just being real. You can't keep doing this. And on top of doing that, Perez, bro, let's look at this. So we got Mercedes up with some updates. We're going to have an update video probably tomorrow. I'm going to go over like the updates, all that stuff if we do. Like I said, it's going to be an irregular week. Big shout out to Mary Beanie, Yuki smoking, Danny Rick, Checo Red Bull, Days number. Hey, Mary Beanie, you not lying about that. Like I really do. I do think his days are numbered. I would also like to point out that the floor a bit different. The floor is a bit different. And they are consistently going to outpace the rest of the field. Although we saw some things today that looked a little crazy, which we can go into that. We saw Valtteri spin off. On top of Valtteri spinning off, we saw Carlos Sainz from Ferrari do pretty much like their damn season is, getting beached, going nowhere. Sainz went nowhere, needed the help of several marshals on track to get that car going, which is probably going to be likely what their seasons are going to look like now and next season. They're going to need several different key personnel to come into Ferrari and help them get their season going, because right now their season is beached. Ferrari are looking like a well stuck, can't roll over, can't get to the tide. The tide won't come high so it can swim out and be its normal life. Ferrari are looking pretty bad right now. I mean, Carlos, thank God you didn't wreck the car, much like Perez did. Thank you. Valtteri, you came close, but nobody probably would have cared because Alfa Romeo ain't looking like crap these days. I'm just saying. But yeah, we got new images of the floor. Seems like, hey, if Perez, if you're a double agent, I take back everything I said. You got every right to do. But I do want to say this. Perez is probably not feeling Red Bull right now. I really don't think so. I don't think he is. But even if you don't feel Red Bull, is there not something to be said about you feeling your career? Because your resume is being updated right now as somebody who cannot take the fastest car on the grid to podiums, who cannot take the fastest car on the grid out of Q1, Q2, and can't make it into Q3. Someone who cannot take the fastest car on the grid and come up through the damn ranks and at least get top 5. Right now, is it still not something to say about you developing your resume so that when you get ready to leave Red Bull, people are confident that his performance was purely impacted by being with a shit characterized and low integrity team? You gotta do that. You got to do that at least. You got to at least do something for yourself beyond Red Bull. Because if I'm another team owner, CEO, by the way, Rossi kicked out the door for Alpine. Somebody else brought in. See you later, Rossi. I guess your management style wasn't for them. But if I'm a CEO and a team principal, or a team principal, or both, because we know we got people to play dual roles, and I look and say, you know what, Perez getting a bag shake. And then I keep looking and say, damn, Perez Mike can't handle no pressure. There's another level of pressure that just got put on Perez. All right. At first, it wasn't a real thing. Okay. The pressure wasn't a real thing. The whole thing when Danny Rick came in and it was all about PR, the pressure wasn't a real thing then. The pressure is a real thing now. Danny Rick is just not on the pit wall. Danny Rick is just not doing Yeti commercials running around like a babbling idiot. Danny Rick is just not in the simulator, not showing up for races, and we don't know when we're going to see him. Danny Rick is in the next garage junior team at AlphaTauri waiting and just sitting there like, it's going to happen. Perez, when you wrecked that car, Danny Rick was like, yes, I got a shot. That's what he was like, happy, jubilated. He was excited. Christmas came early. Man, I'm starting to think Perez can't perform under pressure. I really do. And I really am telling you, is Perez doing it to himself? DG Big Blue, what's going on, bro? That's what I'm saying, that Patronus Blue logo. I think Perez is doing it to himself. I think Perez is putting all this pressure on himself ever since he was 6 points outside. Perez, ever since you were 6 points outside of being the first Mexican driver, I believe, in history of Formula One to lead the driver championship point standing, you put so much pressure on yourself, you canceled yourself out. And then you naturally came out in public and said that it was you. You said that you made mistakes. You took ownership of that. And since then, you have not been right. Then Christian Horner comes out and says now Checo can relax, that the gap is so big, so huge between he and Max, he can just be a driver, and you still haven't been a driver. Now you come in, new updated RB19, and you still do these type of shenanigans. Perez, what the... Bro, what are we supposed to do with this, people? What are we supposed to do with this? I can't stand the rain. You put your shades on. Put your shades on for Perez, because it's about to get ugly. About to get ugly. So I do want to talk about something real quick because I got to talk about it because people got their mouth open and they got things to say about what Lewis Hamilton is doing and why he doing this and all types of things to say, right? Lewis Hamilton, big shout out, okay? Big shout out to Lewis Hamilton. Brought young Zach, I believe his name is, into the garage. Brought young Zach into the garage, and inside of the garage, Zach got to even sit in Lewis Hamilton's car, which is an awesome experience. Sky One F Team, Mary Beanie are really getting effed up. Danica, oh yeah. They all jacked up. Call me, Sky One. Y'all need some flavor and some spice in y'all's reports. But here it is. Lewis Hamilton has Zach. I believe that's the young guy's name, Zach, in the garage. By the way, heard Zach talk about his experience with Lewis Hamilton, and Zach sound way older than he even looked. Like I enjoyed knowing that he was very passionate and appreciative about meeting what he said is the greatest driver in Formula One and 7-time world champion. And he listed off 103 race wins. But these are the things that Lewis Hamilton does. And it is a shame that people will come out and say something negative about this experience. All right. They'll say something negative about it. They'll go off and have a negative outview. Oh, well, why's he got to be a black kid that he's going to invite in there? Excuse me? Do you say anything about that when Lewis Hamilton is posting pictures with his niece and his nephews that he's spending time with on his time off? Do you say anything like that? No, and you shouldn't. So why do you have your mouth open negatively about Lewis Hamilton having this young guy, this young little buddy Zach in the garage to have an experience in which he will never have anywhere else? Why do you have a problem with that? You got a problem with it because he's black. You're wrong the moment you open your mouth about that. It's a kid. It is a kid. A kid having an experience that you even wish you could have. Even though you don't like Lewis Hamilton, I bet you if Mercedes called you and said you can come to the garage, sit in a W14, even though the car was crap, I bet you take it up because you've never been in the paddock. You'll take that offer up. So why do you have these negative things to say because Lewis Hamilton brings in a kid to have an experience? I guess what? I bet you don't have nothing to say about this. The same little guy that was crying about Checo wrecking up the RB19, which is a damn shame, they went and got him out of the crowd along with the parent or custodial parent or the damn anybody that's with him to come into the paddock. You ain't saying nothing about that. Nothing negative about that. Why? I ain't got a problem with it. I thought it was cool. But why you don't have a problem with that, but you got a problem with Zach? So you don't have a problem with this little guy getting into the paddock because he was caught on camera crying about Checo wrecking the car up. But you'll have a problem about Lewis Hamilton bringing a little dude in to have an experience and sit in his car. That's where y'all miss me with the bullshit. That's where you lose me. And that's where you expose yourself. Why is it a problem? It shouldn't be. These two little dudes got to have an experience that not even grown people get an opportunity to have. Why can't we just be happy that at least an organization, even if it's Red Bull, you say what you want to say. I can come up with all type of arguments to combat the crap that you're saying. But at the end of the day, even at the beginning of the day, why can't we just be happy for two kids that got an awesome experience that you, even as an adult, might not get? Lincoln Clay says Checo do the Lord's work. Clay, bro, you ain't lying. Checo doing that. Checo bringing it home, double agent and all. Like, I got all the plans. He pulling off an Alonso from Ferrari when he went to McLaren. Here, you want to take a look at these plans, Lewis? Well, back to what I was saying. It's just a shame that people will have things to say about this negatively, but the moment this happens, there ain't nothing to say. It's all good. It's happy. It's like, oh yeah, that's very good. Those are the same people that claim we pull race cards. Those are the same people that say or text or do messages about Lewis Hamilton or racial condensation. The condemnations. These are the same people, racial epithets. These are the same people that have homophobic slurs, that want to have homophobic hate speech. These are the same people that are divisive in the sport and in real life. And these are the type of people that I could throw right in the trash can. Throw right in the trash can. I honestly, people that are racist, people that are homophobic, people that have hate and hate these people because of choices, and that's their life. It's not your life, it's their life. You don't have to agree with it, but you don't have to treat human beings like crap. They ain't treating you like crap unless somebody, and if somebody is treating you like crap, that's got to do with character and integrity, not choices in their life. I wish, honestly, that these racist people would have ended up on a bed sheet and a piece of toilet paper or toilet tissue or in the toilet once somebody got done getting themselves off, because the world would be a better place without you. The sport would be a better place without you. And that's real talk. Paul says, what's up, fam? Just doing the work thing. I'll have to catch up on the practice after work. Stopping in to show some love. Peace and love. Hey, peace and love to you too, brother Paul. I really do appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate my family members. So I got something else to show y'all. I got something else to show you. Let's take a look at it. Wow. Where is Danny Rick? Danny Rick is, Danny Rick's in the 14th spot. Where is Yuki? Oh, yeah, Yuki's in the 4th spot. Is this what you call updating your resume, Danny Rick? Danny Rick, is that what you call updating your resume? That's not how you come into a team after all the hoopla. Oh, Danny Rick in the RB19, he was like a tenth of a second off pole position. Oh, Danny Rick driving the RB19, he coming back, he about to tear it up. Danny Rick at AlphaTauri, he about to school Yuki. School Yuki where? In free practice 2, which lightweight was free practice 1, he's 14th. 14th, while Yuki is number 4. I am telling you right now, not only is Yuki smoking Danny Rick loud, but come Sunday, if I can be here, I am going to damn smoke some Danny Rick loud myself if he does not outperform Yuki. Y'all better put some respect on Yuki's name. You disrespected him when DeVries came. He gone. Now Danny Rick come in and you like, yeah, Yuki, you ain't shit. I am rooting for Yuki. Not to put a damper on Danny Rick's return, but I am rooting for Yuki because so many people are talking down on Yuki, and Yuki done had enough of it. I was up for Yuki when they weren't paying my brother number $750,000. Meanwhile, some other drivers that damn near were as bad or worse was getting $1 million. I said, put some respect on Yuki's name, get him up to $1 million. I'm with Yuki when DeVries came in, although I understood DeVries had better resume, and I said, you know what, he should be the cap coming in, but I'm hoping Yuki improves. Yuki improved. Only one bringing groceries home to AlphaTauri. DeVries is out the door, which I hope DeVries get another opportunity, because I really think Red Bull did some BS, how they just cut my man short, but that is the Red Bull way. And DeVries, you knew that when you joined that team. I told you this when you joined that team. And now Danny Rick comes in and he be driving the RB19, and you mean to tell me he can't do better than 14th at free practice? This is practice, y'all. We're not talking about the race. We're talking about practice. We're not talking about qualifying. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. Mary Beanie Crofty gets real, saying Salty had bad luck in the pits in Hungary 2007. Check your facts or go ask Ron Dennis Crofty by Danny Rick, Yuki 100. We gonna see what I'm telling you. Come tomorrow for qualifying, that's where y'all really gonna see, does Danny Rick got it or not? He done drove for too many teams to be getting excuses. Oh, well, you know, he been out the car a little while. That's his own damn fault. He been in the sim. He drove the RB19, which he spun it out, and everybody was like, that don't mean nothing. You shitting me? Must mean something. Bro came in 14th at free practice while Yuki in the top 5. I don't know about you, but that's a big ass gap. Uno, blessed twin and fam. HB was nothing but hoopla. Hoopla. Hey, I'm trying to tell you something. I don't know what this dude gonna do. Honey Badger, man. That's the Honey Badger for you. That is the Honey Badger for you, right? Last time I checked, the Honey Badger was a fierce animal. 14th at free practice ain't fierce. That's subtle. That's soft. That's baby shit soft. That's mouse in a church pissing on cotton soft. That's what that is. By the way, let's also take a look at this. Mercedes not doing obscenely well either. Russell last. Old Mr. Rain Man Russell, which it rained for real this time, but he didn't call it. Hamilton 15th. That ain't great. 16th. My apologies. Hell, he got 16th. That ain't great. That's not looking hot. What's going on, Mercedes? This is a track where I thought Mercedes would improve, but let's also keep in mind, which we can give them credit for this. Mercedes typically, not sandbag, but typically will run protocols in their worst situation before they go good and then go ahead and take off. So, do I believe Mercedes are going to be 16-20 in qualifying? No. I believe Hamilton makes it into Q3. Russell makes it into Q2. Hopefully can make it into Q3. We'll see. But a lot of people ain't rooting for Russell because it's shenanigans. Not exactly happy about Pia, my rookie's performance. 19th down there chilling with Russell like that's somewhere he want to be. Meanwhile, Norris in second for free practice. Big shout out for Charles at practice. Meanwhile, Sainz at 10. Don't know how well that's actually going to turn out, but Pia is a rookie. He can get a little leeway, especially after his last performance and the performance that he's had this season. Pia can get a little leeway. All right. Norris showing that maybe McLaren's car in the updates going to be pretty nice. Charles showing that Ferrari is just hella inconsistent and inconsistently inconsistent. Hella inconsistent, consistently inconsistent. That's what Charles is showing, and that's what Sainz is showing. Now, I will say this. If Charles comes and gets another podium, I'll give Charles his credit. I'm going to give him his credit. Sainz, I'm not expecting much from Sainz. Ever since Australia, and he got knocked over the head with the license point penalty and the penalty for everything else, and everybody got a scot-free. I think Carlos been in his head and his emotions since, and he ain't really done nothing to show back up. He hasn't. It just looked bad since then. Then let's go ahead and take a look here. We got Gasly and Ocon in the top 5, 3 and 5. How that's going to look and how that turns out is going to be interesting for me. A big whopping gap between these Haas teammates, Hulk and K-Mag. Then we got Valtteri, who damn near spun out with Zhou in the top 10, 7 and 9. Not a big gap. But what else do we got? Lance Stroll in 12th while Alonso's in 8th. Now, we already know we've been banging on Stroll, like, pow, banging on him. But I'm going to tell you this. Aston Martin might slide some more this coming up GP weekend. We might be looking at a consistent slide. They might use the water slides on them side pods and slide on down the Constructor Championship and slide on down the Driver Championship. Don't forget, Alonso, you said this is going to be our last race off a podium. Since then, you've been off podium. 2 more spots than you were when you said that. 5th, went to 7th. If you keep sliding, oh, bro, I'm giving you the smoke too. And y'all better hold the same energy and give Alonso the smoke too. I'm giving him all the smoke. Ain't nobody expecting nothing off damn Haas. I mean, they do what they do. But Perez, that even looks bad. 18th, bro. Verstappen's in 11th. We know they not staying there. If Verstappen doesn't get into Q3, then it's definitely going to be attributed to this car, and these new updates didn't fit well, and they definitely are not performing well at this circuit. That's what we're going to have to say. It ain't going to be no old Max Verstappen all of a sudden forgot to learn how to drive. Purely, there is going to be a correlation and connection to Red Bull announcing updates, bringing updates, Perez wrecking updates, and Verstappen unable to bring updates to the top of the grid. Got to be a little room in there for adjustment. Although he's still crash strapping. What you did in that sim race, bro, you were dead wrong. But yeah, this is what we got going on. This is what Perez is doing. This is how he feel like living his life. And Danny Rick feel like coming in with a big bang, not much. That ain't a big bang. I really didn't see Danny Rick outperform steadily Yuki. No free practice. I mean, this was the only real free practice session we had. The first one got rained out. And of course, Perez capped it off with a wreck. So we got one more hour of free practice coming. tomorrow. I'm looking for Perez to improve. I'm looking for Danny Rick to improve. I got no question that Verstappen, Hamilton, and Russell will come further up to populate at least the top 10. Maybe possible Russell might not make it out of Q2, but we'll see. But I think he should, bar that nothing incidental happens. Paul says 89 people watching this live and only 24 likes. Come on and show some love with the likes while you're here. I appreciate that, Paul. I can't even worry about those people no more. I just take care of the people that take care of me. You know what I'm saying? Can't even worry about them no more. They come in because they don't want to leave no trace that they really hear. There's a lot of haters watch the show because they really like it, but then they don't really want to hit the like because they just want to be able to be in the comment section and say stuff. But listen, I have to go get things loaded up. I got Japan handmade custom kit in. I got to load this up. It's about time. The car is about to make its way over to paint. I got it on the dolly. Tomorrow, I will be doing that. Galactus, do you like the new tire set? Oh, yeah. By the way, thank you, Galactus. I do. I like how it sounds. I want to see if I like what it does tomorrow. If it breeds competition, if it breeds a more competitive environment, I'm all for it. That's what I'm for. Breeding a healthy, competitive environment will yield entertainment. Don't do it the other way. Don't try to build entertainment to fake competitiveness. It doesn't work. It's got to be real, and then entertainment will come. So, yeah, I do like that. But be loading this up tomorrow. Got to check on the baby's cart as far as getting the update stuff done. That's almost through. We got to get that ready because next weekend is going to be another round of racing for us. So that's going to be crazy. So I'm hoping to get all that out there. I really need them to finish that update so I can finish my part and get her out there for practice before we hit the race. So this weekend really is crazy for me. It's really going to be crazy. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do my best to be live as many days as I can. All right. So it will not be a traditional weekend in the sense of quality watch and after race highlights. I'm gonna have to do after race highlights a little bit different if I can do it. It's gonna be really crazy, a lot to manage. I mean, we got to pick the car, we got to put on trailer, we got to get it off the dolly, we got to talk to the paint shop, we got to go over changes, we got to go over the body kit, we got to go over how the wide body's gonna be, installed and uninstall it, and then I'm still waiting on custom colors to show up so I can decide. It's a lot of things going on, but once I get through this weekend and the travel, I'm also traveling. So it's really gonna be crazy. So I'm gonna try to be with you all as much as possible, as much as I can. I'm gonna take my laptop, try to go live as much as I can. I'm gonna do what I can do as great as I can do it with everything going on because I really wanna be with you all throughout the weekend. So y'all stay up, be safe. I'm about to go cook the little ones some pancakes. They stayed up late because they watching Insidious. So I'm gonna make her some pancakes. And then I'm going to get to it. All right. So be safe. I'm going to see y'all live again. I might go live tonight and I'm definitely going to go live tomorrow. So I will see y'all then. And we will have Wolves Den tomorrow. Be ready, Wolves, for all your talk and all your shenanigans. We're going to have Wolves Den tomorrow. We're going to be in the Wolves Den on the Discord. So if you are a member of the channel, you better download the Discord so you can get in and talk your ish. Okay. So big shout out to you all. Peace and love. I'm out. Wolfpack. Peace.